So I'm very excited to announce that we have now launched Empower 7. So Empower 7, it's in its 7th generation, and it is by now the leading and most used PowerPoint productivity add-in for corporations worldwide. My personal highlight of Empower 7 is probably the collaboration piece, because the collaboration really changes the way how people can work together on presentations. Normally the problem is that multiple people sending back and forth the presentation because only one person can make changes at the same time. And the whole process is cumbersome, and the more people you add to one presentation, the more complex it gets. With Empower 7, we entirely changed how that works, because you can just share a slide and a presentation with your colleagues. You don't have to put it in the cloud, by the way. You can, but you don't have to. You share it with the colleagues, and then you can assign who's responsible for which slide. And more importantly, you can check out individual slides, so there is no conflict possible. And with versioning control, you always see all the old versions of each slide evolving over time. So you always have a real-time view on the version of your presentation. That's really a game changer in the way people work together. A second highlight for me is the multi-language support. What exactly does that mean? It means that you can have multiple languages of one slide. So for example, you have a sales slide in English, but also in Chinese, and German, and French, and Spanish. And whenever you make a change to one of these slides, all the other slides in that language union get information that they need to be updated in terms of translation. So that makes it really easy for especially marketing departments to manage multi-language content. You never forget to update one language. And for the users, the great advantage is that they can actually filter the library and just see the languages they really need for their work. So that's really a big help for many of our global clients.
My highlight in Empower 7 is the new ShareDrive integration. In previous Empower versions, you could either connect to a central database, or you could work with a static customizing packed into the client. We have improved this in Empower 7. You can now connect to ShareDrive as a central storage for Empower, and it's not static anymore. When an admin shares new content, all clients automatically synchronize this content. This makes Empower even more flexible. It can handle Dropbox or OneDrive as well. Moreover, you can run Empower on-premise or in the cloud. It doesn't matter how your infrastructure looks like, Empower will fit. And I'm also really excited about the new and improved Empower iPad app. With the new iPad app, you can keep your Empower library always with you, right in your tablet. The Empower app synchronizes all your slides to the iPad, so they will be available offline all the time, and the app will keep your data up to date. But in contrast to the PowerPoint app, we implemented 2 more useful features. We support video, and we can send slides per email directly from the Empower iPad app. But we are not done with integration yet. We are currently working on a library integration for Microsoft Sharepoint. This will enable you to access all the PowerPoint content stored in your SharePoint directly in Empower. So all the company knowledge is right at your fingertips when you're working in PowerPoint. And furthermore, we started a cooperation with Microsoft to develop an API for the new Office apps. So we will bring Empower to the browser, to the Mac, and to Android soon.
So if we talk about Empower, we not only talk about content management and efficiency, but also brand consistency, right? So we improved our design check tremendously. So besides checking if we're using the correct master and the correct colors, the correct fonts, and so forth, now the design check considers also the protection area around your corporate logo. The next amazing feature is that Empower 7 now supports multiple brands. So let's consider that you have to manage 2 different brands. The only thing you have to do now is to upload 2 different masters and assign the designs to the respective master. And whenever your team picks one of those 2 masters, it gets the correct colors, gets the correct fonts, and it gets even the correct templates and also the correct pictures, which fit to the correct master. So a challenge our customers still face is dealing with different aspect ratios. So if you use an iPad, you have to use 4x3 presentations. If you use modern projectors or modern screens, then you need 60:9 presentations. And even if you use the new Office 2016, this issue is not fixed. Empower 7 solves this issue right now. So whenever you apply a different ratio to an existing presentation, Empower ensures that the presentation still looks great, and even pictures will look great, so you don't have to worry about that anymore.
So the roadmap for Empower is, first of all, the Sharepoint integration. And this version is coming out very soon, and you will then be able to access all your SharePoint, PowerPoint content directly from within PowerPoint using Empower. So this will be a great way of making SharePoint more accessible and easy to use, and adding all the features and functionality from Empower to your SharePoint. Secondly, we want to bring Empower to the Macs as well as to the browser and to Android by using the new Office add-in technology provided by Microsoft. And we are working in a close collaboration with the developer team from Microsoft to bring Empower to all these different platforms by the end of this year. And last but not least, we are of course working on the new Empower 8 version right now. Empower 8 will come out next year in 2017 and will be the first time ever that we not only provide Empower for PowerPoint, but also for Excel, Word and Outlook. So you will have brand consistency tools, slide management and text management capabilities, as well as all the productivity tools that you know and love from PowerPoint for all the other Office applications.